Check this out, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. Guess what? It's the holidays and I'm going to be cooking up something really tasty. We're going to do some smoked Cornish hens. I'll tell you what, let's get in the kitchen and let me show you how we do it. Come on. Right there, guys. Isn't it beautiful? We're going to be cooking up these fantastic birds. They are going to be delicious. I'm going to show you how to truss them and how to smoke them and how to get them on your table looking nice and pretty. So come this way, let's look closely at these ingredients and let's get busy cooking it up. Well now guys, what I have here, a couple of Cornish hens. We're going to be cooking these up, like I said, with some smoke, and I'm going to be using some nice, thick, wonderful mesquite chips. That makes for some very, very good tasting bird. We're going to go 2 parts oil, 1 part vinegar, and then we're going to match it with an equal amount or a proportionately correct amount in paprika. And here's your recipe on this. To 1/2 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of vinegar, you're going to want 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Some salt in that, and again, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon works great. Down here, a wonderful vegetable. This is called fennel, and every bit of this bulb is edible, guys, and it's really good stuff. The leaves you can put in salads, and they're delicious, all right? These stalks, thin slice them, put them in stews, in soups. They will really jazz up your food. And this bulb down here, that's the part I'm going for today. It is my favorite part, and I love this vegetable just for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. I'm going to show you how to prepare it, and we're going to bake it up in the oven. Okay guys, we're going to get busy fixing these things up. Now first thing I'm going to do, I like to just have a quick way to clean myself up. So I like to glove up when I do this stuff. Now guys, I'm going to do something here that might hurt the feelings of a few people. Most folks, including myself, like the skin on the bird, okay? We like to batter it and fry it with skin on because, man, it gives a lot of flavor and it's really good. But this particular type of cooking, it's not so good for it, okay? And you might be thinking, well, hold it, that skin's going to lock in moisture. Well, actually, that's what we're using the mop for. And we're going to remove the skin for the sole purpose of getting the nitrates and nitrites that come from that smoke in contact with the meat. Because when that's happening, the flavor's in contact with the meat, and we're going to develop a wonderful tasting bird. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a nice sharp knife, run it right up under that skin, right up to the neck, okay? This just makes it a little easier to pull off. I'm going to pull that free. I'm going to pull it free from the bottom of the breast, and we're going to pull it down that leg. I'm going to do that on each side of each bird. Now guys, when you're doing this, you're going to need some cooking twine and tie it around one leg, okay? You can put your leg through that loop after that, just like so, and pull them tight, just like this. Now, I'm going to double loop that to finish the knot. One of the strings we pass in between the leg and the breast on one side, and the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to take my bird and turn him over. We'll pull these. Now what happens is when I pull this string up, those legs just got pulled up under there. Okay, so I'll pull it up first, and then I knot it behind the bird, just like that. If you wish, you can cut that loose. You don't have to. I do it just to clean it up. Now guys, if you look, that wingtip is sticking out, tuck them behind. There we go. My birds are set up and ready to be smoked. Now look at that. See how clean they look? How well dressed they look? And once they're cooked, that is elegance on a plate. See how that trussing makes handling that bird really easy? Okay? It's just the best way to do it, guys. Guys, I am down here with my grill. Now if you'll notice, I have this out, which is called a smoker's tray. If you don't have one of these little gemstones, all you need is a pack of foil. Just lay out some foil, put your wood on top of the foil, then fold it up, okay, so that it's closed. Poke some holes in it so that the smoke can come out, and you've got your own homemade smoker tray, okay? A piece of foil works just as good. Now guys, when you're cooking on your multiple burner grill, go ahead and get that smoker tray set up. And I'm going to be using this left burner. It's going to be the only one that's running, and my smoker tray will be sitting over it. Remember, low heat, keep the smoke wispy and blue. Guys, I've already gone ahead and placed a little over half cup of oil in here and quarter cup of vinegar. And vinegar, of course, is on bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over a low heat, and I'm going to bring it up and simmer it for just a little bit. So remember, I said about a quarter to half a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of our paprika. There we go. Bring this up in a simmer. Cook off these spices. I'll simmer it for about 15 minutes, and it's ready to be used. And you see, guys, that right there, that's what I'm talking about. Just a nice little simmer. When it's done after 15 minutes, well, it's done. Before you put your chicken down into the smoke, remember, we had a dish for the sole purpose of putting some moisture in the bottom of it and had our birds brought up. That water's only there to keep the birds moist as it smokes. Okay guys, now we are ready to do our fennel, and this stuff is very fibrous, okay? So be prepared. It's going to be a little bit firm to cut, all right? The bottoms will be calloused and sometimes brown, and I'm going to remove part of that. But what I want to do first is to split it straight down the middle. So what I'm going to do, right in this direction, there we go. Now once I have it like that, it makes removing that bottom a little bit easier. Now the bottom callus, I don't want to chop off too much, just enough to remove it, that's all. Okay guys, let's get this into a baking dish so it can get cooked up. Any kind of dish that's oven proof is perfect for this. You just need something with high sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle this with olive oil over the top, and I'm going to put some grated cheese on it, some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 to 400 degrees until it becomes fork tender. Okay guys, we have our smoke gently releasing. Temperature in this is around 260, 270. Here's my mop. Just gently baste that over your birds. And you only have to do this about once every 30 minutes as you check your fire to make sure there's plenty of smoke. Make sure you don't need to replace your wood chips, which you'll have to do about once every hour or so. Now that right there is its first coat of protection. Don't worry about the salting because it's already built into the mop. Hey guys, it's time to get this ready to go down in the oven. So, as I mentioned earlier, some olive oil. Now you can also use some butter on top of these. If you'd like to put a couple of pats of butter up on top of these, guys, it tastes really good done that way. I like doing just the olive oil, and then I take some Parmesan cheese and just spread it out across the top of that. That sharp flavor will cook right down in there. And that wasn't that much. That was about, maybe a quarter of a cup or a little more of grated Parmesan cheese. This is ready to go down in the oven, 350 degrees. Okay guys, down in the oven it goes. There it is guys, down in the oven, 350 degrees. and we just have to give it time. Now normally this takes around 45 minutes to an hour to cook, normally. All right, it's going to vary at different altitudes and stuff like that, guys, so be patient with it. Remember, we're going to make it fork tender. This is a good one. Okay guys, our birds have just come in from being smoked. I'm going to put them in the oven and finish them off. All right guys, there we go. It's going to be 350 degrees. We're going to cook that until I can insert a thermometer and get a temperature in the neighborhood of about 170 degrees. I'm just going to give it a little time. It needs about 30 minutes. We're going to be testing our fennel at the exact same time. So guys, we have a beautiful meal coming along. Okay guys, I've just pulled this out of the oven. It was about an hour and 10 minutes. Now, look at that. See how the fork slides out of them? Okay, that's what I'm talking about by fork tender. So as you can see, it's a very, very easy thing to make, guys. A wonderful, wonderful side dish to go with any special meal. I just want to put something else on this that would be nice. A little color, a little flavor, and some elegance. So I'm just going to pan sear some Kalamata olives and some halved grape tomatoes. Apple cider vinegar. Just a little bit. A couple of teaspoons. There we go. That is ready. I just need a bird on my plate and then I can start working on the rest of it. There we go. On his little bed of green. Now let's get some of that fennel. Okay. Right down in the very front here. Some of my tomatoes. Beautiful plating, ready to go, with one exception. We have a little string that we need to cut loose. And just cut it free from each leg, that's all you have to do. And from there it will slip out. Boy, I am looking forward to this dinner. Look at that gorgeous holiday meal, folks. That one is a true winner. Here it is, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, as I mentioned, something unique, something special, bit of Texas, bit of Mediterranean, all mixed together on a plate, nice and healthy. Okay, this is going to be a good one for you. Give this a try. I guarantee you're going to impress people at a low cost. Elegant, delicious, all built into one. Let's see here. See, pink up on the inside, normal, because that's the reaction from the nitrates and nitrites in the smoke, working with the myoglobin of the meat to preserve it. It's a wonderful thing. The fennel, as always, sweet. It's the first thing that hits you, sugary sweet. The rich flavor of it. Oh man, it's offset by the sugar, or it's offset by that salt that is in the cheese, and it's magnificent. Salty and sweet on those tomatoes and the calamatas. Such a simple thing, guys. Don't be afraid of this one. Here's your fabulous holiday meal. You can show off. It's not too tough to do either, and it's really healthy. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Texas Cooking Today. Thank you to my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I have a lot of good shows coming out, some really good tasting stuff, and great techniques to go with it. Guys, you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.